simple. Let's say I'm going to write a review on this business which is on Google Business. Alright, so I'm going to give the rating and add the review and click on this post. And once we click on this post, you're going to see that we have successfully posted this review. And now we're going to wait for a few minutes. And yes, now after waiting for a few minutes, I'm going to check that if we have replied to this review or not. So I'm just going to open this review, and as you can see that we have replied to this review. But how? How is this possible that within minutes the reply is generated and sent towards the customer? So yes, this is the magic we're going to create in today's video. And if you also use Google Business Profile for your own business, and do you also wish to increase the ranking, and do you also wish to reply to each review within minutes, then this video is definitely for you. I know that we don't have time to reply to each review manually, that too within few minutes, but this automation can save you a lot of time and also help you to gain more ranking on Google. So how are we going to do this? So to do this, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. Alright, and I have already created this automation, and that's the reason that automatically within minutes the reply was generated and sent. Alright, so let's create this automation. For that, we have to open the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. But before opening the dashboard, you first have to log in inside Pabbly Connect. And if you also wish to log in, the landing page URL is given in the description box below. You can open the landing page URL and log in into Pabbly Connect. And once you come on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, you just have to follow me. You have to go to this create workflow. It will ask you to select the workflow builder. So you have two options, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible, and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one is stable and has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want a tried and tested setup. I'm going to use this new one, so let's go to the select of the new one. Now I'm going to enter the workflow name and select the folder in which I want to save my workflow. If you wish to create a new folder, you can go towards this button right over here, which is create a new folder button, and create multiple folders. I have already created. I'm going to select the same and click on this button which says create. And once we click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So we have to click on this add trigger button, and now for the trigger application, we have to select it as Google Business Profile. So we have to search for it and select it, and for the trigger event, we have to select it as new review and click on this connect. And once we click on this connect, Pabbly is saying add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already created this connection between Google Business Profile and Pabbly Connect, you can go to this select an existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this sign in with Google. And once we click on this sign in with Google, we have to select the Gmail account with the help of which we want to create this connection. And after selecting the Gmail account, we have to click on this continue and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for. You can also give Pabbly all the permissions. Your data is 100% secure with us, no need to worry. Now you have to select the account and the location name and click on this save and send test request. But before we click on this save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Google Business Profile is a pooling based application. So what is pooling based application? So pooling based applications are the applications which not check for new data instantly. They take some amount of time to check for the new data. And over here in the case of Google Business Profile, it is saying the trigger will check for new data in 60 minutes. So if you wish to reduce or increase this time, you can go to this set trigger time and increase or reduce this time. I'm going to keep the trigger time as 10 minutes and click on this save. And now we're going to move on further. So what we have to do is before clicking on this save and send test request, we have to write a review so that we can capture the response of the same. So let's say I'm going to open my another Gmail account and I'm going to write a review. But before that, I'm going to delete this previous one. Alright, now after deleting this, I'm going to go to its write a review and write another review. I'm going to give 4-star ratings now. And this is the review which I want to send. And I'm going to click on this post. And once we click on this post, you're going to see it has been posted successfully. So now we have to go back towards our workflow and click on this save and send test request. And once we click on this save and send test request, you're going to see that we have successfully captured the details. You're going to see all the details which we have captured, be it the rating, be it the name who wrote the review. Also, you're going to see the comment. Yes, you're going to see all the details are exactly the same which we entered over here. So yes, with this we have completed this trigger step. Now let's generate a reply using ChatGPT, and then we're going to post the reply back. So what we have to do is we have to click on this add new action step, and now for the action application we have to select it as OpenAI. For the action event we have to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now once again, if you have already created this connection, you can go to its the select existing connection and then save. Otherwise you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and it is asking for the token. And how are we going to get this token? For that you have to follow this help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key. Alright, so let's go towards our OpenAI API key page. And once we open our OpenAI API key page, we have to go to its this create new secret key. We have to give key a name, select the project, and click on this create secret key button, and our key will be created. And now we have to copy this key and paste it right over here in our workflow. After pasting this key, we have to click on this save, and our OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to select the AI model. So I'm going to select the AI model as GPT-5. You can select any another of your choice. And now it is asking me for the prompt. So we are going to enter the prompt using which you are going to generate the replies. So I'm going to enter my prompt right over here. And as you can see that this is the prompt, you're going to see you are helping me to manage my Google business profile. So I've entered the prompt according to my own business needs. You can enter it according to yours. Alright, now let's move on further. We're going to enter the review over here. Alright, so we're going to enter the review, but we are not going to enter it manually by typing it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. And that's the reason why we do mapping, so that we can run our workflow in real time. Now this rest of the text will remain same, only the details which I'm going to map will change with every new response. Alright, so I'm going to map this review by, and also I'm going to map this rating, so that we can generate personalized replies like with the name. And yes, you can see that we have successfully completed this prompt. So now let's click on the save and send test request, and let's see that ChatGPT is going to generate the reply or not. For that we only have to wait for a few seconds, and as you can see we have received the response, and this has generated me the reply. You're going to see all the details. I made a complaint about the timeline, and also you're going to see that it has mentioned about the same too. So within seconds and in real time the reply has been generated. Now let's post this reply back. Alright, so let's close this and click on this add new action step. Once again, for the action application we have to select Google business profile. So I'm going to search for it and select it, but this time for the action event we have to select it as create reply. So I'm going to search for it and select it and click on this connect. We have recently connected our Google business profile, so I'm going to go to its the select existing connection and then save. Now we have to select the account ID, we have to select the location ID, and it is saying review name. So as you can see that it is selecting it like this, but as I mentioned that we have to map this. Alright, so let's switch on this mapping button and we are going to map this. What we have to do is we have to open the response of Google business profile and map this name. And as you can see I've successfully mapped this name. Now I'm going to map the reply by opening the response of OpenAI, and as you can see I'm going to map this message content. Now after mapping both of these details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request, and once we click on this save and send test request, you're going to see we have received the positive response that we have successfully replied. Alright, so let's open our Google business profile, and now I'm going to go back and refresh this page and check the review. Also, as you can see it is saying one Google review, so let's open it, and you're going to see that the reply is generated and sent towards my user who wrote the review. Thank you so much Ritika for trusting our Bhopal team and sharing such a thoughtful feedback. So yes, you can see that we have also mentioned the name of the user in this review, which is the reply of the review. All right. So with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And now whenever we're going to receive a new review from Google Business Profile, automatically using ChatGPT, we're going to generate the reply of that review, and we're going to create the reply and post the reply back. All of this is going to happen within minutes. What you have to do is you have to just sit back and relax, and all of this is going to happen. Every user is going to get a reply even while you are sleeping, eating, or doing anything which is more useful. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Till then, if you wish, I'll attach the workflow link in the description box below. You can use my prompt too by opening my workflow and create this for your own business. See you in the next video with many more automation tips. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.